Hi, Jeff Setzer from GSC here. Just want to give you a little bit of a refresher on some things that I consider to be lost SOLIDWORKS lore, things that many of us who've been veterans and using it for a long time might take for granted, but not everyone knows about. So this is going to be kind of a series of different types of videos encompassing many aspects of SOLIDWORKS, from system administration to end user tips and tricks and different methods to use maybe some forgotten tools. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and get started. When it comes to hiding components, most people are familiar with the user interface button, hide components, on the feature manager tree. So if you just click on a component or a subassembly, you just get the icon, you can hide it. You can go individually, or you can do multiple select through like a control, or in this case, the shift key will let me hide all these components in one shot. Now, when you do a select all in SOLIDWORKS, which is a control A, it actually will do a select all for everything that's visible. You might think you could do an invert selection after you've done this to select all the hidden components, but that's something that actually does not work. So don't worry, don't try that because it won't work. When you have components that are hidden and you want to see what they look like, you can just simply select them in the feature tree, and SOLIDWORKS will give you this graphical preview to kind of confirm that the objects that you're selecting in the tree actually are what you want to potentially act upon. I'll say, for example, I want to take all these components in this whole list here and shift select everything, including already shown components, and make them shown. Well, you can just use either the hide or show component icon in the feature tree, and it's not a toggle. It'll actually set everything in the selection to be hidden or shown depending on what you choose. Now, if I select a component in the graphics window, I get the same hide or show icons right on my pop-up menu here. So if I want to hide that ARM component, I can just do that. I can click on another one and hide that as well. You can also do block selection. So if I do a crossing select from the right to the left, anything that's inside the box will be selected. Then go ahead and just right click in space to get access to the hide components option there. Now, as you can see here in the feature tree at the very top, if I click at the top level of the assembly, I have the option to hide or show everything from there on down. So if I want to show everything, I can just simply click on that, show objects in the top of the feature tree, and everything will be shown regardless of its original state. Hovering over a component and hitting the tab key on your keyboard will actually hide components underneath there. And if you want to do this in a quick way, you can just hold down the tab key and move your mouse over components. And as you do that, as your mouse goes over those components while the tab key is being held down, it will set those components to be hidden. Now, the inverse of this is the shift tab. So if I hover over an area in space and hit shift tab as a button, it will show whatever components are under my cursor at the time. And if I hold down shift and tab and then move my mouse cursor around the screen, anything that goes over that's hidden will be shown. Now, this kind of gets everything, but you're not sure you got completely everything. So the way to make sure that you have everything, shown is to go up to the show hidden components command manager button. And this will allow you to actually see everything that's in a hidden state. You can click on them, or in this case, I'll do a box selection to select everything to make sure that I now have everything showing. There's nothing hidden. I'm going to use my tab key and move my mouse over again to kind of hide a bunch of things. And another keyboard shortcut that can be useful is to temporarily show hidden components with a Control-Shift-Tab. As long as you hold that down, everything that is hidden will be selected temporarily as long as you hold that combination down. And if you keep holding that combination down and start clicking on components in the graphics window, it'll actually switch them to being shown components. So you can do this in the graphics window. I'm still holding down my Control Shift Tab combination as I click on things. And again, you can do it in the graphics window, but you can also do it in the feature tree. So holding down Control Shift Tab will show me, even if it's hidden in the graphics window, I can see there's one part that's still being hidden interior. And if I continue to hold on my Shift Control Tab and right click on it, I actually get the option to do a show components. So I hope you learned a little something new about the tool that we all know and love. SOLIDWORKS has all kinds of depth of functionality, and it's hard to remember all of it. So that's why I'm putting this series together. And until next time, keep up with us at www.gsc-3d.com.